I want to keep it very clear and express that I'm not an expert. You know, I don't have this know-it-all spirit. It's really just connected to my experiences and what wisdom I've attained from it. And that's it. When I wrote What's Love, What's Love really came out of a place of where transparency meets honesty within myself. You know, a lot of times, like in the song, is represented of how our view of love can be tainted because, or destroyed because of experiences of different things that we go through. You know, what could be a detriment to some people. Some of it can be rooted in daddyless daughters or fatherless sons, and we grow up with this defense mechanism of not being hurt, or this space of wanting to overexert ourselves to prove something to someone. And when I wrote the song, again, it was a place of honesty and just really asking myself what love really meant to me. Love for a long time meant to me and for me is that if someone gave me something or, you know, told me something, I would connect to that, you know, for years. And growing into my adulthood, I almost carried that for a while until I reached my breaking point of like, I have to redefine what self-love really means to me. That's a very hard process, you know. It's a very hard process because you literally have to strip down any and everything that has validated you, carried you for years, you know. It really takes a courageous effort to redefine yourself with only how you truly see yourself. Loving up on yourself, a lot of people say it seems like the hottest thing. Self-love is the best love, but discovering self-love is a very ugly process because you're not only faced with the reality of where you really are, but the reality of what you allowed yourself to believe. And I just want to share this, you know, personal moment of really encouraging people to really, really tap in within yourself and really ask yourself, does everything align with how I see myself or what I want someone to see in me? Those efforts and that perspective is so temporal because as humans, we are so fickle and we're so unpredictable, and we tend to flow in that kind of current, you know, with ourselves. And you sit back and realize that sometimes you just be a hot mess, you know what I mean? You end up really destroying some relationships because of the tainted perspective that you have. Now thinking that, you know, someone owes you something, or holding someone accountable for how you receive something. Self-love is really rooted in and embedded in your truth. Not only how you see things, but how you need to accept things. And it's hard to do because you want to feel like you always right. You want to always feel like how you feel and what you say is justified. And that's not the case. You know, it's really allowing yourself to find contentment and peace and confidence in who you are and whose you are. You know, it's not anybody's job to fill your cup. You are responsible in filling your own cup and filling it with the right things, you know, to where it can truly overflow. I know for me in my personal walk and journey with myself, I always told God, like, Lord, I don't want to destroy or mess up anything that you want to give me, because when you are operating in, like someone says, in a lower vibration, you know, you can't think straight. You know, one emotion you're hot, one emotion you're cold. I mean, it really can put a hindrance on the opportunities that's ahead of you, the people and connections that are ahead of you. I don't want to say that my song "What's Love" it's only rooted in relationships with a man or a woman. It's really rooted in the relationship with yourself. And I want to encourage you again to really go back to the drawing board and ask yourself, where I stand, am I planted in the right things? Am I rooted in the right things? Your definition of what's love needs to be connected in things that are fruitful and that'll produce good things. It's nothing wrong with codependency. I think that depending on someone in a relationship is a beautiful thing, but only in that state of what the relationship is defining in. But it can't be connected to who you are solely as a person, because again, a lot of things change, people change, and to connect yourself to something that again can transform in another realm, another season, that's a very detrimental place to be in. And for me as a woman, you know, this journey again has always been in seeking and trying to find the right things that can keep me grounded, keep me focused, keep me whole, keep me confident, keep me aware of my emotions. Every day I challenge and check myself on, are you just in your feelings, or is this really something that you truly feel? And, you know, again, with the song, it just was a place of just self accountability, you know, with self, you know, the work that it takes to be in a healthy place, a stable place, is something that everybody should pursue. You know, you cannot expect something that you can't naturally and give to yourself. You know, I think it's just impossible to desire something that you cannot seek and create for yourself. You know, so I may be rambling on. I mean, you know, but I don't mean to. But the message is just short and sweet. Like I said, what's love got to do if you don't love yourself? You know, you can't trip on nobody else. You know, the ugly truth is that no one owes you anything. You know, you owe yourself everything first. And if you can give something to yourself, give it all to yourself first, it will be easy to transcend that to someone else or to something else. You know, so again, if you can, self-reflect, think about your life thus far, think about your decisions thus far, think about your perspective thus far, and really ask yourself, is it rooted in the right things and the right reasons? And if it's calling you to a place of releasing to be restored, then by all means you do just that. Because at the end of it, you will really realize that self-love first is the best love. Blessings.